Let's be honest, does this sound familiar? You've got one system for managing your members and a totally separate one for your learning content. And your team? They're stuck in the middle, wasting hours trying to make the two talk to each other. Well, today, we're going to look at an association management software, or AMS, that was literally built to solve that exact headache, CE21 Lighthouse.
Hello everyone, my name is Host Speaker and I'm with SmartThoughts. Our entire job is to help associations and nonprofits find the right technology. So my goal for you today is really simple. I'm going to give you the straight scoop on CE21 Lighthouse. We're going to talk about what it does well, what it doesn't do, and help you figure out if it could be the right fit for you. All right, let's get into it.
So here's our game plan for the next few minutes. We're going to start with the basics. What makes this platform tick? Then we'll dive into where it really shines. After that, we'll get real about the trade-offs, because there are always trade-offs. And finally, we'll arm you with the exact questions you need to be asking your team to make a smart decision.
Okay, first things first. What actually is CE21 Lighthouse? And what makes it any different from all the other systems out there? Well, it all comes down to its core design.
You see, this is the most important thing to understand. Lighthouse isn't an AMS that just integrates with the learning management system. It is an LMS at its heart. The member management stuff was built right on top of that learning core. So think about it. A member signs up for a webinar, and that one click instantly updates their certification progress, drops them into a special email group, and unlocks member pricing for the next big conference. It all happens automatically, because it's all one system.
And when you look at their history, this makes total sense. CE21 didn't just jump into the AMS world. Nope. They spent years becoming experts in the learning space first. So Lighthouse isn't just another AMS with a few educational bells and whistles tacked on. It's a platform that's fundamentally designed to run an education-focused organization, and it's all supported by a tight-knit, focused team that's grown very intentionally.
All right, so now that you get the what and the why behind its design, let's talk about the fun stuff, the specific areas where this platform absolutely crushes it.
There are 5 things that really jump out. We've talked about that unified design, but that's what makes everything else possible. It leads to some incredible automation, especially with how it handles member groups. The event management is super smooth because it's tied directly to learning. And things like automated recurring dues just work. On top of all that, you hear over and over again about their fantastic hands-on support.
Now, I want to zoom in on one feature that is a real game changer and shows off the power of this system: automated groups. And no, this isn't just about building another mailing list. This is about creating a dynamic, personalized experience for your members without lifting a finger. And check out how simple this is. It's pretty much a 4-step process. First, you just create what they call a smart list. Let's say you want to find every member with an MD credential. Done. Second, the system automatically creates a group from that list and keeps it updated 24/7. Third, you can then target that group with specific content, emails, or even special pricing. And the result? Your staff gets to stop spending hours and hours doing manual, error-prone data entry.
And you know, at the end of the day, it's the member experience that matters most. This quote really says it all. A single login, a modern design, you're removing roadblocks and making it dead simple for them to access the value they're paying for. That, right there, is a massive win for member retention.
Okay, so Lighthouse clearly has some killer strengths. But, and this is a big but, no software is perfect for every single organization. A smart decision means being brutally honest about the trade-offs. So what are you giving up if you choose this all-in-one approach?
Really, it all boils down to one central choice. Do you want a unified platform, or do you want to pick the best of breed for every little thing? Lighthouse gives you that beautiful, seamless experience for your core functions, which is amazing for education-focused groups. But if your whole world revolves around, say, complex political advocacy or super detailed grant management, you might be better off piecing together separate specialized systems.
You know, here's the best way to think about it. Are you shopping for a versatile SUV, something that's great for the daily commute, can handle a family road trip, and has enough space for weekend projects? Or do you need a high-performance, track-ready sports car that is built for one thing and one thing only: speed? One isn't better than the other, but you gotta know what race you're trying to win.
And beyond that big choice, there are a few other things to keep on your radar. CE21 is a smaller company. Now, the upside is you might have a much bigger voice in where the product goes next. The flip side is it's a different risk profile than a huge publicly traded company. We also see that it might not be the best fit for associations with really complex chapter financial structures. And since it's a newer AMS, you just won't find as many peer reviews out there yet, though that is changing.
All right, now that we've got a clear, balanced view of the platform, it's time to turn the spotlight back on you. These are the make-or-break questions that you and your leadership team need to answer with total honesty. First up, and this might be the most important one, is continuing education the absolute #1 reason your members stick around? If you can give a passionate, table-pounding yes to that, then Lighthouse is speaking your language. But if learning is just one of many equal priorities, its biggest strength might not be as critical for you.
Next, you need to be really honest about your complexity. Do you deal with crazy complicated financial roll-ups from dozens of chapters? Are there really niche things you do that require super deep specialized tools? You have to figure out if that's a nice-to-have or a must-have.
This one's more about your organization's personality. Where do you feel more comfortable? With the perceived safety and massive resources of a corporate giant? Or do you get excited about the idea of a true partnership, where your feedback could actually shape the tool you use every single day? There's no wrong answer, but you need to know which one feels right.
Now let's talk about the money, the return on your investment. If a feature like automated groups could save your team, say, 10 or 15 hours every single week, what's that actually worth? Can you put a dollar figure on that? Does that efficiency gain make the software cost look like a no-brainer?
And finally, the bottom line. Let's just be real. Given its capabilities and place in the market, you should probably be thinking about an annual investment somewhere in this ballpark. Does that number fit within your financial reality for a piece of core technology?
Answering those questions is going to get you a whole lot closer to making a really confident decision. So let's bring this all home and talk about the final step.
Look, if you take one thing away from this whole explainer, let it be this. The best AMS does not exist. It's a myth. The goal is not to find a perfect system. The goal is to find the system that is a perfect fit for your association's unique DNA. And trust me, that's where things go wrong. In my experience, software projects almost never fail because the technology was bad. They fail because there was a mismatch between what the platform was built to do and what the organization actually needed it to do. And overlooking those trade-offs can lead to years of frustration.
So after everything we've talked about, the big question remains, is CE21 Lighthouse the right strategic partner for you? The only way to answer that with confidence is to take a deep, objective look at your specific needs. I invite you to book a free 20-minute consultation with our team at SmartThoughts. Let's talk it through and help you figure out if Lighthouse is the right choice to drive your mission forward.